The Whispers of Ashwood Manor. The rain fell in relentless sheets as Clara pulled up to Ashwood Manor, her new home. An ancient estate, it loomed over the surrounding landscape, its once grand facade now shrouded in decay. Clara had inherited the manor from a distant relative she barely remembered. A woman whispered to be a recluse, surrounded by rumors of madness. She was known for her beauty and intelligence. She had dreams of becoming a writer, inspired by the haunting tales of her ancestors. However, as she grew older, family expectations and societal norms confined her to the manor. Her parents, strict and traditional, pressured her to marry and uphold the family name, but Eleanor resisted, cherishing her independence. As the years passed, tragedy struck. The mysterious deaths of several family members, rumored to be due to madness, left Eleanor alone. The whispers that haunted the manor became a constant presence, and she gradually withdrew from society. Neighbors spoke in hushed tones about her, claiming she was cursed or possessed. Eleanor began to document her experiences in journals, detailing the voices she heard and the strange phenomena around her. Her writings revealed her descent into despair, reflecting her struggle against the oppressive atmosphere of the house. She felt a deep connection to the spirits of her family, believing they were trapped within the manor's walls. In her later years, Eleanor became a recluse, rarely venturing outside. She was often seen wandering the halls, speaking to shadows as if they were companions. Her journals turned into a tangled web of thoughts, filled with sorrow and a longing for freedom, not just for herself, but for the souls of her ancestors. Eleanor's last entry hinted at a dark revelation. She had discovered the true source of the whispers, a hidden connection to a tragic event in the family's history, a betrayal that had bound their souls to the manor. When she passed away, the house was left untouched, her belongings gathering dust. Clara, unaware of the weight of Eleanor's legacy, inherited not just a home, but the burden of her great-aunt's unresolved pain. As she stepped out of her car, a chill ran down her spine. The air felt thick, almost alive, and the distant caw of crows echoed in the distance. Clara shook off her unease, reminding herself that this was a fresh start. She grabbed her bags and approached the heavy oak doors, their surfaces carved with intricate designs that seemed to twist and writhe in the dim light. Inside, the manor was a time capsule of the past. Dust motes danced in the air as Clara explored, her footsteps echoing against the wooden floors. Portraits of stern-faced ancestors lined the walls, their eyes following her as she moved. A sense of being watched settled over her, but she dismissed it as the natural ambience of such an old house. As night fell, Clara settled in, the wind howling outside like a mournful spirit. She tried to shake off the eerie feeling that enveloped her. Turning on a lamp, she began unpacking her belongings. In the corner of the room, a large trunk caught her eye. Curious, she opened it, revealing a collection of letters, yellowed with age. The letters were from her great-aunt, detailing her life in the manor. As Clara read, she uncovered tales of loneliness, despair, and the inexplicable sounds that plagued her nights, whispers that seemed to call her name. Clara's heart raced, but she dismissed it as mere family folklore. The first week passed uneventfully, but soon Clara began to hear the whispers mentioned in the letters. At first, they were faint, barely audible over the creaking of the house. But gradually, they grew louder, a cacophony of voices swirling in her mind, whispering secrets she couldn't quite grasp. One night, while she was brushing her teeth, Clara thought she heard her name. Clara? It was soft, almost tender. She spun around, but the bathroom was empty, the only sound the distant rain tapping against the window. Determined to learn more about the manor's history, Clara visited the local library the next day. She discovered that Ashwood Manor had a dark past. A series of tragic events had befallen its residents over the decades, each more horrific than the last. Tales of madness, disappearance, and death painted a grim picture of the estate. Back home, Clara felt the weight of the house pressing down on her. The whispers intensified, and she often found herself in a daze, wandering the hallways as if compelled by an unseen force. Shadows flickered in her periphery, and she began to question her own sanity. One stormy night, unable to sleep, Clara decided to explore the attic. The whispers seemed to beckon her, growing louder as she climbed the creaking stairs. The attic was a dark, cluttered space filled with forgotten memories. In the corner, a dusty mirror caught her eye. As she approached, Clara felt a strange pull. The surface of the mirror shimmered, and she saw not her reflection but a fleeting image of a woman in a tattered dress, her face twisted in anguish. Clara stumbled back, heart pounding, but the whispers enveloped her, urging her to look closer. "Help me." The voice was clear now, desperate. Clara reached out, but the mirror seemed to warp, pulling her in. Panic surged through her as she fought to pull away, but a cold hand gripped her wrist, and darkness swallowed her whole. Clara found herself in a dimly lit version of Ashwood Manor, the air thick with sorrow. She realized she was trapped in a twisted reflection of her reality, surrounded by the shadows of those who had suffered before her. Their faces were a blur, their eyes filled with despair. "Find the heart," one of them whispered, pointing towards a door at the end of the hallway. Clara stumbled forward, her heart racing. As she approached, she could hear the whispers intensifying, a symphony of voices urging her on. The door creaked open, revealing a room bathed in a ghostly light. At the center lay an ornate box, pulsating with energy. Clara reached for it, but as her fingers brushed the surface, she was bombarded by visions, each one a fragment of the manor's tragic history, lives lost to madness and despair. In that moment, Clara understood. The whispers were not just echoes of the past. They were the trapped souls of her ancestors, longing for release. The heart of the manor was tied to their suffering, and only by confronting it could she hope to free them and herself. Clara opened the box, revealing a dark crystal at its center. As she touched it, memories flooded her mind. Her great aunt's torment, the betrayals, the fear. The voices rose to a deafening crescendo, and she realized that she must confront the source of their pain. "Release us!" they cried, their anguish reverberating through her. Clara steeled herself, recalling the stories of her family, the love they had lost. "I will help you," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. With newfound determination, Clara closed her eyes and focused on the light within her. She envisioned healing, forgiveness, and love, channeling it into the crystal. The room trembled, and the whispers became a harmonious chorus, urging her on. Suddenly, a blinding light erupted from the box, enveloping Clara and the spirits around her. In that moment, she felt their pain dissolve, replaced by a warm embrace of peace. The darkness lifted, and she found herself back in the attic, gasping for breath. Clara awoke the next morning, sunlight streaming through the window. The air felt lighter, the whispers replaced by a gentle hum. She descended the stairs, feeling a profound sense of calm. As days turned into weeks, Clara transformed Ashwood Manor into a sanctuary, restoring its beauty and honoring the memories of those who had come before her. The haunting whispers faded into history, replaced by laughter and warmth. Clara had not only reclaimed her family's legacy, but had also found her own place within it. The manor, once a prison of despair, had become a home filled with love, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of healing. Conclusion. Though the whispers of Ashwood Manor had faded, their essence remained, reminding Clara of the past. She embraced her new life, forever connected to the souls that had once cried out for help, now at peace. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please like and subscribe if you're into hauntef stories like me.